Today is a very, very special day for me because this is the first ever episode of my podcast, Conversations Matter with Sachin. I have been wanting to do this for a long, long time, and today finally we got a chance. And the purpose of starting this podcast is to bring people, ideas, and stories that will inspire, impact, and influence the way you think. In my first ever podcast, we have got a very special guest, Mrs. Vandana Hiranandani, and she's a family therapist and the director at Anatta Humanversity. Today we'll talk about mental health, mental strength. How do we mentally strength? How do we mentally strong, and how do we deal with depression and all sorts of mental problems? So today I'm going to ask her some really good questions about mental health, depression that will help you to be able to get rid of your problems that you're facing, whether it's about depression, mental health, or anything like that. So, hi Vandana, welcome to
Hi,
this
hi,
show.
Sachin.
Thank you for joining in.
Nice, thank you.
Welcome to the podcast. And before we ask you any questions, why don't you start telling yourself what do you do, where you from, and why have you started for the same?
So, thank you, Sachin, for bringing me forward for this podcast. And I've got to know that I'm the first. So, first is always special.
Yes, it
And
is.
I'm too delighted that it's me
Yeah,
who's starting with you.
pleasure.
So, basically, mine is a luxury center for substance abuse.
Mm,
And we also take care of families other than my clients, the individuals that suffer.
yeah.
Other than that, we also counsel the family who suffer in the bargain.
Mm,
And because they have not signed up for it,
mm.
their memory and the problems that they face are way different than the alcoholic or addicts face.
Oh,
Hence we counsel them on hence we counsel them
mm,
along with the client getting counseling in the
right.
rehab. There is a non-residential program that
Mm,
we continuously follow,
mm,
so that they get strengthened. The
mm,
alcoholic or addict is also getting strengthened,
right.
and they are also getting, so they understand why is substance abuse a disease.
Okay.
The main issue is to make them understand this. Then they understand the symptoms and the problems and the
Mm,
salient features.
oh,
Otherwise, just saying he has a bad habit,
mm,
he's a bad person,
right.
she is not understanding, not studying, going into mental health issues, is
Mm,
not the only way of solving
mm,
or putting them down. But showing compassion and respect
mm.
is and empathy is how we take them forward
Wow.
on both the sides.
That's amazing. Everything that we start, there is a reason behind it, right? So, what was the reason behind your starting this, and what really inspired you to do helping people the way you're doing right now?
So a lot of alcoholics in my life. I have no idea why.
Oh,
Starting with my dad,
mm,
my very dear uncle, a couple of more people, and then I married one too. So I had to be thoroughly trained, I think, to become a family therapist. So this
mm,
is the way life turned out to be. And fortunately, Mr. Mahesh, when he went for therapy
mm.
and he got sober, today he stands 22 years sober. So that is amazing.
Wow.
Once he started this system of Anatta Humanversity, I joined in a little later. I started to help him, but I joined him a little later,
Mm,
and I realized that it's been my calling, where what I was
mm,
avoiding and not wanting to do.
yeah,
I have done jobs in various sectors, but finally, this is where
yeah,
I have come. It's they see I have arrived, I have
yes,
reached,
right,
and
right.
then many a times my own self discovery and understanding of life
Mm,
got me here. घुमा फिरा कर यही
wow.
आना था, इसलिए I started, or I should say I joined him in the work.
That is really inspiring to hear that. I am, as you can see, I'm a young person, right? And today's young generation is little screwed in many ways, right? I myself face a lot of depression because of my personal issue that happened with me a year ago. And there were times, Vandana, where I was not willing to seek help. And there were friends who I thought they'd help me, who thought I thought they'd listen to me, but I really couldn't reach out to them.
Mm,
And I'm sure I'm not alone in this
mm,
world who
mm,
have faced the same problem.
mm,
So for a young guy like me who faces depression and some mental
mhm,
problem,
mhm.
how can they have the courage to reach out for the help? Because if they think, okay, if I go for asking for the help, it's not good. I'd not look good. So what suggestions do you have for them?
I think anybody who has a slightest of problem too,
Hmm.
to the major things that happen,
Hmm.
can start slow, can
Okay.
reach out to somebody whom they feel can be a confidant to begin with and can redirect them to a right person.
Hmm.
किसी से नहीं बोलोगे, किसी को नहीं बताओगे, घर
Hmm.
वालों को या बाहर वालों को या दोस्तों को,
Yeah.
तो आगे बढ़ नहीं पाओगे.
Right. Right.
And if you want to grow emotionally, which is required for your job, my job, everybody's job, and the
Absolutely.
world has become more fast moving,
Right.
technology is leaping and jumping to another level. We can't
Right.
even catch up, and
Hmm.
that sometimes gives you a low feeling. You
Yes.
know how
Yes.
people are going ahead of you and you are not there yet. Maybe you are comparing or whatever is happening
Hmm.
with you. Now, what happens if we do all these things
Yeah.
and we don't have a great lifestyle too?
Hmm.
We will feel low energy.
Right.
But
Right.
what has happened with kids like you or the others, I'm not saying you only, many
Hmm.
others
Hmm.
use depression, anxiety very loosely.
Ah.
So when we were younger, we would say, I'm anxious about it. That means I'm
Yes.
excited about it. Now, if
Yes.
I say anxious, I'll get heads will turn towards
Right.
me
Right.
and I'll
Right.
get scared.
Hmm.
So the terminologies have changed. The way life is moving has changed. In that, if we understand, I may not be depressed, I'm just low in energy.
Okay.
So if you fine tune the language and you actually say the right word for the right emotion that you're feeling
Right.
at that particular time,
Hmm.
then there's a shift. So at times even I am tired or I'm burnt out or I'm
Hmm.
sitting quietly,
Right.
I can't call it depression. I could just be tired, I could
Right.
just be
Right.
low
Right.
on energy, I could
Hmm.
just have little fever,
Hmm.
anything.
Yeah.
If there is gross problem, if there is a like a psychologist has confirmed that
Hmm.
you are a personality where depression is
Right.
prime or anxiety is
Hmm.
prime,
Hmm.
then also you should start slow by reaching out to therapists and counselors, then go to a psychiatrist. Because
Right.
why am I saying not start with a psychiatrist is I don't want the individuals or youngsters to be dependent on medication.
Hmm.
Medication should be at the last resort,
Really.
not the first.
Wow.
Okay, you take care of yourself, have a healthy lifestyle, eat healthy, work out, uh, like look forward to every day that comes in front of you. You know, just looking forward to life, show
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
in life,
Yeah.
dress well,
Hmm.
and do all these small things
Yes.
that really bring the shift in us and change in us. And as I
Hmm.
said earlier, write names for your emotion that you're feeling. बड़ा चढ़ा के भी नहीं बोलना है,
Hmm.
छोटा करके भी नहीं बोलना है हमको.
Right.
बट अगर हम उसको उसी तरह बोल पाए कि आज थोड़ी कपकपी है, आज थोड़ी हुरहुर है शरीर में,
Hmm.
तो उसी तरह हम बोलेंगे आई एम ट्रेमलिंग अ बिट probably, आई एम फीलिंग अ लिटिल रेस्टलेस,
Yes.
I am not feeling the best today.
Hmm.
Just that. It may not be depression or anxiety.
Wow.
You could just be too nervous or you could just be excited. Like there was a youngster who said that I'm full of anxiety that I'm doing this new project.
Acha.
And I told him, you are nervous. It's like me. If I'm doing this podcast with you,
Yeah.
to begin with, I didn't know what questions you're going to ask me.
Right.
So I
Right.
could be just nervous. I just wanted to be the best.
Yes.
I want my answers to reach out to the youth,
Yeah.
right? So I want to be the best.
Mhm.
Hence, I could just be a little nervous,
Yeah.
but I am not depressed or
Yes.
anxious, right?
Yes. Yes.
You can see it in my body language
Yeah.
and how I'm speaking.
Absolutely.
So it is how you are able to term what you
Mm.
feel.
Wow.
See, Sachin, you heard that help is available.
Yes.
And seek help,
Yeah.
as your mentor
Yes.
told you.
Yeah.
There were 10 mentors behind me, guides, people who
Mm.
loved me,
Mm.
but I was not ready for it. I denied and defied therapy.
No way.
तुमको पता है क्यों? क्योंकि मेरे काले भूत भी लोगों को दिखाई देंगे ना. The
Yes.
skeletons which I have locked up in the cupboard, I'll have
Yes.
to expose
Yeah,
them and
yeah,
I'll have to face them.
Yes.
And other
Yes.
people will also other people will also get to see
Get to
it.
see that. Yes.
मुझे थोड़ी अपने काले भूत किसी को दिखाने थे. मैं डरती थी कि लोगों को पता चलेगा the face that I have is a mask, it's a facade,
Mm.
and there's somebody else behind it,
Yes.
underneath. I waited, I delayed and defied therapy, as I told you. But one fine day, you know, as I used to keep my hands like this.
Mhm.
Most of the time, I would be guarded like this. One fine day, I let loose. I opened my hands. And when I opened my hands, everybody and anyone was ready to help me. I seek therapy for the longest time. I went for my sessions. एंड वो काले भूतों को भी मैंने उनसे दोस्ती कर ली और उनसे सीख सीख के आगे भी बढ़ी. सी
Yeah.
वॉट एवर प्रोटेक्ट्स यू एट द टाइम व्हेन यू आर डाउन एंड आउट, इट्स नॉट बैड. दैट प्रोटेक्टेड यू देन.
Yes.
इवन ईगो इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दैट. इट
Yes.
प्रोटेक्टेड यू एट वन पॉइंट. नहीं तो शायद अल्कोहलिज्म मुझे खत्म कर देती. मैंने खुद तो पिया नहीं, अदर पीपल ड्रैंक हु वर माय लव्ड वंस, बट वो उनका पीना या उनका बिहेवियर मुझे खत्म कर सकता था। फैमिली के साथ वैसे होता है, बट अगर मैंने थेरेपी ले ली, अगर मैं आगे बढ़ गई, तो मुझे पता है कि ये इसके प्रॉब्लम्स है। देर इज अ रोल अल्कोहल प्लेज which is a very bad role with the family, without taking or not taking, and then you come out of it as a winner. When you understand the disease aspect, you think your loved one is not a bad person. He's doing because he has cravings. He's fallen into the trap of the disease, which was not his intention. Right? So once you understand that, then you come out of it. And yes, as I told you, I faced all the demons, wrote about it, journaled, meditated, reacted, acted, everything possible. And then, yes, help is available till now. I don't give up. If I have to call up my counselor, my mentor, I still do that. We are human beings, right? We are work in progress. आज अगर सचिन ये लेवल पे आ गया या वंदना ये लेवल पे आ गई, उसका ये मतलब नहीं that we have done all and we are at the that peak of our success. We could be at the peak of our success but still need help. So never ever run away from asking help.
That's wonderful. As I was sharing about my mentor, and apart from him, there were many mentors of mine and friends of mine that I sought help from. And there were moments that I was in problem with some question, and I was thinking and thinking all the time, but I wasn't asking for the help. But the moment I opened myself, the way you said, I was like, oh my god, that was so easy. All I had to do was to go to the person and ask for the help. Right? That changed everything for me. Vandana, as I was sharing that last year, I went through a very bad phase of my life. It was a heartbreak, and almost for 9, 10 months, I couldn't stand properly. I kind of lost myself, a part of me, right? And there were many times where I was depressed and I wanted to ask for help, but I did not know what to do. I wasn't aware of what should I do. I had friends who loved me, but these kind of conversations I couldn't have with them. So my question is like, how can people be more aware of mental health, and especially the youth, because youth fall for it all the time.
When children, youngsters go through heartbreak, now falling for each other or having a love affair or whatever you all call situationship, dating, seeing each other, all those different things I'm learning from you all, it is getting complicated. Is it for you also? So we find it more difficult. हमें कभी एक लड़के ने किस कर दिया या लड़की ने प्रपोज कर लिया, अफेयर चालू हो गया। ज्यादा सोचना नहीं पड़ता था ये डेट कब होने वाली है, सिचुएशनशिप कब होने वाली, कुछ सोचना नहीं पड़ता था। फिर अगर उसी बंदे या बंदी से शादी हो गई तो वेरी गुड, नहीं हुई तो माँ बाप ने किसी और से शादी करा दी। तो वो लाइफ थोड़ी सिंपल चल रही थी. देयर वाज अ लाइन, एवरीबडी वाज फॉलोइंग टो, you were just following the line which is set by the elders, and we were following. Now what has happened with the trends, with the social media issue, with the technology, everything has changed. See, mental health shapes everything we do. It affects your life, your daily routine, and how you manage stress, anxiety, and everything. That is a barometer for a person or a parent also to see कि ये बंदा या बंदी किस तरह अपनी जिंदगी रोजमर्रा के, like अगर आप सुबह जल्दी नहीं उठते हो, जल्दी का मेरा ये मतलब maybe 5 बजे 4 बजे, I'm not saying that you have to see the sunrise. I mean to say if you are waking up by 7:30, going for a run, having good breakfast, मेंटल हेल्थ कितना भी होगा बच्चा, उसको उसको थोड़ा टेम करके बचा के पाल के हम बाजू में रख सकते हैं. थेरेपी तो करनी है, देयर इज नो अदर वे फॉर दैट. एंड सोशल मीडिया को वो अच्छा भी है, उसको हर एक जगह बुरा ही करना जरूरी नहीं है. यू लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम देयर. So suppose you are on Instagram on most of the time, children are on Instagram. तो वो जो अच्छे अच्छे कोट्स भी आते हैं, मैं भी खुद सुनती हूँ, बहुत अच्छा लगता है. 5 सेकंड में 10 सेकंड में सदगुरु या ओशो या द न्यू गाय साइमन सिनेक या और मेल रॉबिन्स इतना अच्छा बोल जाते हैं that your day is sorted. But I have to be receptive. So if you're receptive, if the youth is receptive to take help, even in the non-directional form, it's directed to the whole universe, whatever comes on Instagram, but why has it suddenly come on your feed? If it has come, listen to it and see what you can do about it.
So Vandana, nowadays there are many people who talk about depression and all, right? Sometimes people question, is it even for real? And second part of the question is, when people are depressed, the number one response is to go and take the pills. So how can somebody overcome the depression without taking pills? So if you could please elaborate.
The first part of the question, that it's real. If somebody is suffering, let's acknowledge and pay respects.
Yeah.
Uh, Respect the feeling that the person is going through. The tears and the disappearance, remaining aloof, is real. It's not just about feeling sad or being dramatic. It's a medical condition that affects the mood and energy of the bodily functions also. Your mood is affected, your energy levels are down, so you can't just snap out of it. That's established. I think
Yes.
you also know that. You've seen a glimpse of it, I would
Yes,
say.
I have.
I will not think of you suffering more.
Yeah.
You've seen a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
So you can't always see it at the outside. You must be knowing people with depression always look fine to others. अभी जो रिसेंटली हम बहुत सारे सुसाइड्स भी हमने सुने हैं,
Yes.
इवन इंक्लूडिंग रॉबिन विलियम्स, उनको तो टाइम भी हो गया, लेकिन वो कॉमेडियन थे, लोगों को हंसाते थे. क्या कोई सोच भी सकता था कि उनको डिप्रेशन है और ही इज गोइंग थ्रू समथिंग? People wouldn't be able to judge.
Yes.
So how do we come to know that the person, if suppose a person is sullen, sad, the face is showing glimpses
Yes.
of sadness, and is not able to pep up, even if suppose somebody cracks a joke, but उसको वहाँ हंसी नहीं आ पाएगी.
Yeah.
या अगर आपने उसको कहीं टाइम पे आने के लिए बोला है तो वो टाइम पे नहीं पहुंच पाएगा.
Right.
They are not having that energy to match up to other people's expectations. So these are our signs to understand.
Right.
So people with depression look fine to others, but inside they are struggling daily. And I listed down the struggles to you, what could happen. That's why understanding and compassion matters. Such an therapy here can be a game changer. Talking to a trained therapist helps untangle the negative thoughts. And coming to the pills part, the cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is known to help without depending on medication. So why not start with that? Why not make your path a little easy? Because see, if there is medication, there's always a dote and an antidote.
Oh yeah.
You might feel good for some time, but it's a chemical you're taking, right?
Right.
Then the dependency to the chemical can increase. That is one. Other part, it may help you, may not help you, and there are side effects. Now, are you ready to take the side effects when you're already low in energy? Right. Is a question too. If suppose a person who's low on energy, who's depressive, tries the CBT model first, it helps them to manage their moods. Other part which I've been insisting on is your health, right? Your healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Once you are moving, you move a lot. You're not stationary. You are not just inside your dark room with your computer or your devices.
Yeah.
And once you start moving, you exercise well, there is a shift in your thought process and your body language.
Right.
And that enhances. Sometimes the body never lies. But if you can train your body to move from one place to another and not be stationary, what happens is the mind feels this guy is not going to listen.
Yes.
He or she is going to move no matter what.
Yeah.
So that gets tired. Your mind gets tired and it does not come in the way of the body. And that is where is a win of the body over the mind. The meditation that we do at Anatta are all meditations that support the body. It's the body over the mind, not mind over the body.
Nice.
So if
Love
we
that part.
follow that system of ourselves, it works 100%. Beyond that, if you definitely need pills, if the doctors feel that for a short while, for some chemical imbalance, you require a particular pill which can be tapered down, yes, you can take. And please follow doctor's prescription and not hearsay. Always follow what the doctor has to tell you, because he or she knows you very well and can help you improvise and then taper down. And then it's for you to judge and decide what works best for you.
Right, right. That's amazing when you talked about not taking pills, because I know personally somebody who's done that and it gotten worse, right? Again, bit personal question. Have you ever taken pills without any prescribed thing?
Good question. I used to cry a lot.
Yeah.
So it would be like literally you drop a hat and I can cry. And I would not wonder, because if I had to clarify something with my partner and I'm sitting down with him and this would come down like this, like waterworks would start, and he would stand up and go away. So I'm not able to complete what I wish to tell him. And that would hurt me a lot. So one day I called up my therapist and I told him, do you have a tablet which can dry up the tear glands? So he laughed at me just like how you did. As in he just had a small smile. I could
Yeah,
feel across the
yeah.
receiver, across the phone, and he said, "Beta, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. But if you're feeling this sad, this is the tablet's name.
Hmm.
You take it for 10
Hmm.
days."
Hmm.
And Sachin, while he's talking to me, I write down the tablet's name, and then I hang up and I look at it, and I got scared. I really got scared because I'm helping people to not be dependent on substances, which
Yes.
includes medicines also. And here is
Hmm.
I'm asking for that kind of help.
Yeah.
Though he said you take it for 10
Yeah.
days, but somehow was not working with me. I played a game with myself. ये ignorance है या knowledge है मुझे नहीं पता, बट उस समय मैंने मेडिटेशन आ गया था,
Hmm.
तो मेडिटेटिवली मैं ये सोचने लगी कि मैं ये दवाई ले रही हूँ. मैंने
Okay.
स्ट्रिप भी नहीं मंगाया.
You didn't. Yeah.
I didn't even call for the strip, and I'm telling myself that I am taking pills twice a day.
Hmm.
And on the 10th day, I was way better. I mean, there's always scope
Because
for
you took 20
improvement.
pills mentally.
Yeah. There's always scope for
Yeah.
improvement. So I did feel better.
Yeah.
Tears were rolling less.
Hmm.
It's a miracle or it's actually a game of the mind. I don't know, but it worked.
Wow.
So I did that to me.
Hmm.
Again, as I'm putting a disclaimer, if somebody needs that kind of help, please take.
Hmm.
But kindly don't be dependent for life on a medication.
Yeah.
You take it as much as it's required and
Right.
taper it down. Like let it go and
Hmm.
use some healthy options.
Yeah.
I would say. So I did this with myself because
Hmm.
I didn't want to take or be dependent on any
Hmm.
medication.
Right. Thank you for sharing that. Now, you know what? As I was talking about a bit of my personal life, how I got depressed and I wanted to seek help, but I found barely somebody who could be there for me, right? Now, let's say that one of my friends goes through the hard time, and I am not a therapist, certified therapist, but she or he needs my help. If I don't know how to help her, at least what I can do that can make him or her feel comfortable around me and they don't feel judged around me when they come for the help.
There's this movie Inside Out. All the lessons for a therapist also and a friend or a confidant is in that movie. So there is amongst the other emotions what they have shown, there is joy and there is sadness amongst the others if
Yeah.
you watch the movie. And joy is always pumped up, always happy, always showing up. And she feels sadness as somebody, and sadness is shown also very sad, very low, oldish. In between, there's a scene where Joy is not able to solve a problem. And then suddenly she looks behind, the sadness is sitting there next to this person who's having the problem. And by the time sadness gets up, the person is feeling good. So Joy goes to sadness, "What did you do?"
Mm.
She's like, "Nothing. I
Yeah.
just sat with him." So that is what you have to do.
Yeah.
You just sit with your friend, just be there, have a cup of coffee, have your favorite limbu pani, shikanji, whatever you like,
Yeah.
or a good meal.
Yeah.
The person should know that no matter what, dark, black, grey, whatever are his feelings, you are there to accept.
I love that.
और judgment करके
Yeah.
क्या मिलेगा?
Yeah. Yeah.
किसी को नहीं मिलेगा.
Yeah.
तो judgment करना ही क्यों है? इस दिन को मैं इस तरह फील कर रही हूँ. Today I'm feeling otherwise. Today I'm like as if I've had 4 scoops of sugar.
Yeah.
It's your body. You have to accept.
Sometimes.
So whatever the person is showing or is asking or wants you to hear, just listen. You don't have to do anything about it.
Yes, I love that. I love that point because sometimes all we need is somebody who can listen to us, not give us any bloody gyan ki bhai tu ye kar wo kar, because I have been there. When I was asking for help, the people ye kar le wo kar le, I don't want to do that. Just listen to the thing that I'm
कभी
have to
कभी
say.
पूछ लेना चाहिए क्या चाहिए ज्ञान चाहिए कि खाली सुन लूं
हाँ.
कि एक मुक्का मार दूं
Yeah,
दोस्ती
whatever,
में तो
yes.
ऐसे कर सकते हैं
Yeah,
दोस्ती
yeah,
में कर सकते हैं
yeah.
या बट ज्ञान तो किसी को पसंद नहीं है. I'll add one thing, but if you are a person who is walking the talk, as in if you have done whatever you're suggesting to your friend,
Yes.
if you've experienced that
Yes.
and somewhere he knows that about you, then you can share.
Yes.
फिर वो
So
ज्ञान
that
नहीं है,
it can help
वो
them as
एक्सपीरियंस
well.
है.
Yeah.
एक्सपीरियंस से आप बोलिए आपको जो भी बोलना है.
Right.
प्रीचिंग नहीं करनी है. You are not a preacher, you are not a teacher, but you have to share what you exactly did if you were in that situation or if you were actually in that situation. That is how you have to share.
Great. You know, Vandana, everybody I met so far in my life, they had some stories. And with stories, they had some childhood traumas.
Hmm.
Either their loved one passed away, either they couldn't have any money, or they were bullied or abused, or any sort of manner, right? For somebody who's traumatized in his or her childhood, how they can heal that thing?
It's a tough one. See, except that healing will take time. Childhood trauma is not something that you get over it. It's not frivolous. It's embedded deep inside you.
Yeah.
It's a process of ups and downs and a lot of upheaval. So the only thing what I understand, people around the person or the person himself or herself should have a lot of patience to get over it, because it's important that you go across this hurdle so that your personality gets that bloom or flowering that it deserves. The potential of a person is visible only when the person is not stuck somewhere inside. So if the trauma is keeping you bound, or it has latched you by the ankle, then there will be always this emotional luggage which will pull you down.
Yes.
So if you are able to get over it by various kind of things, therapies, outings, being in nature, traveling, or meeting new people, going out with newer a set of people who don't know about your background.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you don't know about, when you meet strangers and they have no clue about who you are,
Yeah.
you are able to be a person that you actually think you could be.
Right, right.
So that personality is something you wish I can be this. मैं ये बन सकता हूँ या बन जाता हूँ. तो कभी कभी वो प्रैक्टिस होने जब लगती है और थेरेपी तो चल ही रही है साइड साइड में, तो आप आगे बढ़ सकते हो. और ट्रॉमा शायद एकदम जीरो पे तो नहीं जाएगा, परसेंटेज वाइज 0% तो शायद नहीं होगा, लेकिन काफी हद तक लोगों की ग्रोथ, इमोशनली स्ट्रॉन्ग, इमोशनल रेगुलेशन करके लोग आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. यहाँ पर प्रोफेशनल हेल्प बहुत बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस रखता है. वो जो डीप रूटेड पेन होता है अंदर, ट्रॉमा का वर्ड, द वर्ड इटसेल्फ सिग्निफाइज पेन. So for the deep rooted pain, we need help from a therapist.
Right.
And what happens with some people, because they are not able to share with the therapist, they start with different problems, and then someday they will share about this. It is difficult for them to say it out loud the first time.
Yes.
एक और चीज सचिन, अगर समझ जाए लोग जो चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा से गुजरते हैं, पास्ट को पास्ट में जाने दो और प्रेजेंट में जियो. क्लीशेड है लाइन, लिव लाइफ इन द प्रेजेंट, लेकिन मुझे बताओ ये लाइन का तोड़ क्या है? कोई नहीं. तो पास्ट को हम पास्ट की तरह धीरे धीरे लेट गो करके जाने दीजिए और प्रेजेंट में जीना सीखिए. नियर फ्यूचर की चिंता करना बुरी बात नहीं है, लेकिन इतना फ्यूचरिस्टिक और इतना भी पास्ट में रहने की जरूरत नहीं है. It takes practice, as I'm telling you. Healing is hard, but so are you. I can see it in you. If you did not heal, or your process is not continuous, you are healing. Let it be a continuous process.
Right.
Okay, the ing matters. You're not healed. You started to heal. You're healing.
You're healing.
That is where I see you too. Somewhere some kind of childhood trauma I also had, where my family member, my father, was drinking the way he should not be drinking. It did create some kind of sadness, scars, issues in my head. Certain decisions I'm also not able to make, like the drop of my certain decisions I'm not able to make. I need help from the others. So what? I take help. So instead of making everything your folly or your shortcoming, you can turn it into something where you get proactive and ask for help.
Right.
Everywhere you can't be the boss, or you can't be the best in every field. Why not talk to people who are best in their fields, add on that information to yourself, and then grow?
Absolutely.
So somewhere in this kind of understanding of life, in this kind of approach, childhood trauma can be cut down in the percentage of its pain and the way it's holding on to you and not letting you move forward.
Okay, Vandana, thank you so much for answering those questions beautifully. Now we have got a very fun round, which is called the rapid fire. That means I will ask you a question, and without thinking a lot, you got to answer immediately.
Okay,
Ready?
boss. Yes.
The first question is, what's one myth about therapy you wish would disappear?
The therapy is for people who are broken or insane. I think therapy is for anyone and everyone who wishes to grow
I
emotionally.
loved it. One habit that's a game changer for mental fitness.
Healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, and sleep.
Okay. Fantastic.
And good sleep. Sorry. Healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, and good sleep.
Amazing. Journaling or meditation? Your favorite and why?
Both. Can I answer both? I like both because I feel journaling is the projection of
Hmm.
what I experience while I meditate.
Oh,
So I think both.
loved it. According to you, what's the most common emotion people avoid facing?
Sadness.
Oh, why do you think so?
मैं भी नहीं झेलना चाहती थी दुख को, मुझे हमेशा खुश रहना है जॉय की तरह.
Yes,
But yeah, it's difficult to deal with sadness.
perfect. If therapy were a gym,
Hmm.
what's the mental push-up?
Conversations,
Oh,
continuous conversations, and not keeping yourself aloof.
yeah, loved it. One book or movie that gets mental health right.
Inside Out, Any Day and Anytime. It
Okay.
has expressed and made you understand that each emotion is valid
Hmm,
and all have their parts in your life.
loved
They
it.
play a beautiful part in your
I'm
life.
gonna watch that one shortly. What's your favorite grounding technique in a tough moment?
My favorite grounding technique is what Mel Robbins suggests, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And you give yourself only that much time because
Ah.
you've suffered and wallowed in self pity and sadness for a very long time.
Hmm,
So by the time you have grown, you come to
hmm,
the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1
hmm,
concept.
hmm,
I have one more. I have realized by experience
hmm,
that when you physically move away from a
hmm,
place which is giving you little issues, like
hmm,
either you're feeling angry or you're not comfortable, physically moving away from that place is a
hmm.
game changer.
Loved it. Is burnout more emotional or physical?
According to me, physical. It can lead to an emotional burnout too, but
Hmm,
it starts with your body
hmm,
showing signs because I believe body never lies.
hmm. This question is my favorite, by the way. If you could give one sentence of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
I think I could have started to speak the truth
Hmm.
sooner when
Yes.
it was required of me
Hmm.
than to put up a facade, wear masks, dilly dally,
Yeah.
people pleasing, which is people misleading.
I love that. People pleasing is what?
People misleading.
Oh, awesome. Last one. What's more powerful, self-talk or support system?
You're giving me all questions where I like both the answers.
Just
So,
choose one. Just choose one.
self talk has to be A. plus plus.
Okay.
But without the support system
Hmm.
that gives you that feeling that you're not alone,
Hmm.
I think both have to go hand in hand.
Okay, great. Last, just couple of questions. In the field of mental health, what's the best piece of advice you've received?
I have received.
Yeah.
My mentor told me that you can feel all your negative emotions. You
Mm,
can be angry, you
mm,
can be jealous, you
mm.
can be totally upset,
Yeah.
but don't remain there. Come out of
Ah,
it.
loved it.
So, to the youngsters, I say, because
Mm,
this is their language,
yeah.
that if you're pissed off,
Mm,
don't remain in the piss. Come
mm.
out of the piss and feel good about it. So,
Loved
you are
it.
allowed to feel what you're feeling, but don't remain there. Come out.
Awesome. What's the worst piece of advice you've ever heard or received on mental health?
Mental health, worst piece of advice that I have received. Worst piece of advice. This shall pass.
This shall pass, yeah. That's BS, isn't it?
That's BS, probably because we've not gone to the depth of the mental health of that person.
Mm,
So you
yes.
can't say चल जाएगा, ठीक हो जाओगे,
Yeah.
ऐसा होता है,
Mm,
दुनिया है. ये हम उनको नहीं बोल सकते.
great. Thank you, Vandana. So, there is one thing I want to ask you, which I want to ask all my guests on my podcast is what's the one message you'd like to share to the world?
So the message I would like to give out is that seek help.
Hmm.
Seek help whenever it's required.
Hmm.
And the best part, what we do and what happens with us, why do we suffer so much? Because
Hmm.
there's a chatter which is going on here.
Yeah.
This chatter at times becomes our hindrance to
Hmm.
grow. So, if we have the right support system around us, if we
Hmm.
build a great
Yeah.
support system by asking for help,
Hmm.
our self talk improves.
Hmm.
Because I feel our self talk should be AAA plus. because without that it is difficult to move. ये तुम्हारा साथ नहीं दे पाता है, तुम्हारे साथ नहीं चलता है, या तुमको बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश नहीं करता है, तो आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे? तो इसकी बहुत बहुत इसका क्लैरिटी और इसको हमारा दोस्त बनाना बहुत जरूरी है.
Loved it. The last question. Now, if your life were a book, what would be the title of it?
The title that comes randomly in my head right now is From Them to Me.
Okay.
It's like, as I told you, people pleasing, people misleading, जो भी
yeah.
मैंने कहा
Yes.
किया है, अब मैं उससे अपने तक आ गई हूँ.
Perfect.
तो ये जो मेरी जर्नी रही है, heal से healing and work in progress. So it is From Them to Me.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much, Vandana. It was a pleasure talking to you. Hope you liked the questions.
I enjoyed the rapid fire. I think it just got my adrenaline kicked in.
Awesome. So, guys, I hope you loved the conversation. This was the first ever episode, but not the last one. And I hope to bring such guests, such insights, such conversations that bring a lot of values to influence, impact, and inspire. And if you want to know more about Mrs. Vandana Hiranandani, please go and check her Instagram, and she will tell you where you can find her. Please.
Our Instagram handle is Anatta_Humanversity. We have put the details in the description. There's a helpline number too, which has been put there. Feel free to talk to me. Your call will remain anonymous and private. Any kind of help is available. Please take it, friends. Please take it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Vandana, for being on the podcast. And guys, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining in, and see you guys. Bye-bye.